Swamiji will now introduce us to one of the delightful speakers of last year, Swami Omkarananda, who was there at the Vedic Wisdom Festival, the third edition, and who spoke and left an impression on all of us. Swami Brahma Vidananda, I'd request you to speak a little bit and pay tribute to Swami Omkarananda.
Yes, last time we had a wonderful speaker, a wonderful teacher of Vedanta, a great scholar of the Vedic wisdom. He was an authority not only in Vedanta, but also in the Dharma Shastras, in the ritualistic portion of the Vedas. In fact, he was a person who did the Kumbhabhishekam of our Coimbatore ashram temple a few years ago. And he was one of the few tragic losses during the second wave of COVID that affected all of us. When he spoke at the last Vedic Wisdom Festival last year, he was very enthusiastic about coming for this year's festival as well. In fact, he jokingly said, Swamiji, I will be there next year. I will improve my English, because English was not his first language. It was Tamil and Sanskrit. I will improve my English and come back next year. But unfortunately, the Lord willed otherwise. But we are paying a tribute to him by playing a short video of Swami Omkarananda. My respects to him, and I'm sure his presence and his blessings are there with all of us.
ॐ श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तिसुदेशिकेन्द्रं द्वैपायनं सूत्रकृतं मुनीन्द्रं श्रीशङ्करं भाष्यकृतं यतीन्द्रं मद्देशिकञ्चापि नमामि विद्यै। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। सर्वोपप्लवरहितः प्रज्ञानघनः प्रत्यगर्थो ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि। ॐ My prayerful blessings to all of you. Because of Adiguru Sri Prajna Dakshinamurti's grace and Pujya Swamiji's grace, we are learning lessons from our scriptures. In this life, I want always, we call it everlasting happiness, without any obstacles or sorrow. If we want that, Shastra name it that is moksha. Moksha means liberation. That is our ultimate goal. If we want ultimate goal called moksha, then according to Advaita system, you must approach a sampradaya with teacher. Vedanta sampradaya with teacher. From him alone you must understand about what is moksha, what is the nature of real self, the Advaita Jnanam. Advaita Jnanam alone liberates us. If you want to get Advaita Jnanam, you must first know what is your sadhyam. That is moksha. The moksha sadhanam is Advaita Jnanam. According to Advaita Shastras, we are following Advaita Sampradaya. Therefore, Advaita Jnanam, another angle they call it Jiva Brahmaikya Jnanam, or so many words are there. But the Jnanam alone gives a liberation, here and now. The Adhyatma Chetas means we are setting our goal properly. Shastra themselves helping. The moksha is ultimate goal. If you want to get moksha, that is the Parama Purushartha, you must attain moksha in this birth itself. There is a famous shloka in Viveka Chudamani, Labdhva kathanchin narajanma durlabham tastrapi pumstvam shruti para darshanam yaswatma muktyai na yateta moodhadhihi sahyatmaha vinihantya sadgrahat. I will explain briefly here. Viveka Chudamani shloka is addressing to Jiva. Somehow you got this human birth. And you have very good culture. You have very good body, human body. And you are not trying to attain liberation. Atma muktya na yateta. If you want to get freedom or absolute happiness in this birth itself, if you not get that, you are moodha. You are doing suicide, because you are owning body is yourself. That is, according to Shastra view, owning up body is myself is like suicide. Because I will not die, body will die. I am identifying with the dying body is called suicide. Therefore, we must have the ultimate goal about our freedom, or freedom from insecurity, freedom from anxiety, and so on. All emotional problems. We should get rid of that. Therefore, Advaita Jnanam alone absolutely relieves all our problems. Without Advaita Jnanam, you can't enjoy the deepest inner leisureliness. Advaita Jnanam alone gives absolute happiness in this birth itself. In this body alone we can get the Advaita Jnanam. If we want Advaita Jnanam, we must approach a proper teacher, Advaita Sampradaya with teacher. That is the next sadhana. My ultimate goal is moksha. For that I need Advaita Jnanam. If I want to get Advaita Jnanam, I must approach a proper teacher, Sampradaya with teacher, competent teacher, for systematic study. If I want to approach a teacher, I must have some qualifications. Those qualifications are elaborately said in scriptures, sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. I want to say some fourfold qualifications: discrimination, dispassion, discipline, and desire for liberation. The discrimination means nitya nitya viveka, dispassion means vairagya, discipline means shamadhi shatka sampatti, and desire for moksha. 4D. You can remember that. I want the 4D qualifications for approaching a guru, Advaita Sampradaya guru. If I need 4 qualifications, what should I do? The next question comes. For that, Sri Krishna teaches us, you do nishkama dharmanusthana with satsanga. Without satsanga, you can't understand, you can't have the secondary knowledge about our life. Then you go to, you approach a teacher, that is different. You must have satsanga, always the good companionship. Those who follow our scriptures and have a good lifestyle and thinking and talking and doing all actions in a proper manner, dharmic way, those people are called Satpurushas. You must do your dharmanusthana, that is called Nishkama Dharmanusthana. Nishkama Dharmanusthana, I will explain. Nishkama Dharmanusthana, otherwise popularly known as Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga, Nishkama Dharmanusthana. If we want to, what is Nishkama Dharmanusthana? If we understand Sakama Dharmanusthana, then alone we can understand Nishkama Dharmanusthana. What is Sakama Dharmanusthana? I follow ethical, moral values for earning money, secure myself and maintaining my family. These are called Sakama Dharmanusthana. I can earn money, I secure myself in the dharmic way, and I can have wife, children, and protecting them in a dharmic way. For that, for Arthakama only I am doing Dharmanusthana. Some people are, without knowing these lessons, normally people are doing Arthakama, for Arthakama, Adharmanusthana. One who get lessons from our scriptures, their conscience is aligned with Shastras. Therefore, they follow Dharma for Arthakama. After they may, because of the Dharma's glory, the Adrishta Shakti, they themselves understand the Arthakama, for working always Arthakama is not good for myself. They have grown up. Children are grown up. Everybody is grown up. You should withdraw from that. That is the teaching, learnings, lessons from our scriptures. We can see. Mai sarvani karmani sanyasya adhyatma chetasa nirashir nirmamo bhutva yudhyasva vigata jvaraha. I am choosing this shloka because first condition is you should have adhyatma chetas. Adhyatma chetas means what is my sadhya, what are my sadhanas. You should have proper idea in your mind about whole life up to deathbed. My absolute goal is moksha. Moksha is attained by only Advaita Jnanam. Advaita Jnanam will attained only through scriptures, Shastras with Guru, Vedanta Sampradaya with Guru. If I want to approach a teacher, Advaita teacher, then I should have fourfold qualifications. For fourfold qualification, I must do Nishkama Dharmanusthana with Ishvara Bhakti. If Nishkama Dharmanusthana, what is Sakama Dharmanusthana? The question may come naturally. Therefore, I explained what is Sakama Dharmanusthana. So many shlokas are there in Bhagavad Gita, we can explain and learn more and more. But I want to tell briefly, precisely here. Therefore, first you do Sakama Dharmanusthana for some time. After 40 or 50 age, you start Nishkama Dharmanusthana for getting fourfold qualification. These are the order. Sadhya, sadhanas. See, this chart will help you. Ultimate goal is moksha. If I want fulfillment or purnatvam, in Shastric language that is called moksha. You can interpret your own angle, or everlasting peaceful happiness is moksha. That comes from Advaita Jnanam only. If we want Advaita Jnanam, we must go to a Vedanta Shastra with Sampradaya, with Guru. If we want to approach a Guru, then we should have fourfold qualifications called Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti. If we want to acquire Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti, we must do Nishkama Dharmanusthana. Nishkama Dharmanusthana, here you see, Dharmanusthana, we can do Sakama Dharmanusthana for Artha Kama, Dharma Artha Kama, Purushartha. If we do Nishkama Dharmanusthana, we will get sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, Guru Shastra Prapti, and understanding about Advaita, and feel free. That is the meaning of Adhyatma Chetas. Therefore, why I am doing karma? These are the hierarchy. We must understand properly. We should always remember this, very important. Because this is the sadhya sadhana viveka. The whole life is for this only. Whole human birth is for this only, according to our Vedic scriptures. And if in your mind understood about your sadhya sadhanas and act accordingly. And accordingly, Shri Krishna says, Yudhyasva. Adhyatma Chetasa, number 1. Yudhyasva is number 2. Yudhyasva means do your duty. Do your work. Do your actions. Do your karma. Niyatam kuru karmatvam. Karma. With what attitude? Vigata jvara. Jvara means tension, anxiety. Without jvara, jvara means no tension, only attention, focus. Focus yourself. You must have Adhyatma Chetas. Now you can understand what is Adhyatma Chetas. And next, do your work without tension. Without tension, only process orientation, no result orientation. You do your work properly, you will get reward for that. Definitely you get reward. After doing your all of your action, do samarpanam to Bhagavan, Sri Krishna, or whoever, or whatever Ishtadevata, who is the creator of this entire universe. You should offer your thoughts and words and deeds in the dharmic way. You should offer. Every day if you go to bed, that time before lying down, you should pray. Whatever thoughts, whatever words, whatever deeds today I did, all actions are offering to you. Kayena vacha manasendrirva buddhyatmana va prakrite swabhavat karomi yadyat sakalam parasmai narayanayeti samarpayami. Then you can lie down and sleep. Every day you should do. Sarva karma sannyasa. Sarva karma sannyasa means you offer all of your words and deeds and actions to Lord. Then comes about thinking of result. The Bhagavan says, nirashihi. Nirashihi means no anxiety. Whenever you do your action, the Vigata Jvara itself I told, but nirashihi means you can expect result, but always thinking that is not correct. What I will get, what I will get, what I will get. Don't. You do your job. The gift of your life is your action. Life is action. You have very good opportunity for act, for the society, not for you yourself, for the society. Therefore, work for society. Don't think about what I will get. The opportunity of working itself is a good gift for us. Gift of your life is action. Okay, nirashihi means without anxiety, and you get good benefit, good result or not. Don't claim this is my karma, this is my karma phalam I am experiencing. Don't say. It is given to Lord. These are the conditions. Adhyatma Chetas and doing our duties without tension and offering to all actions to Lord, and nirashihi nirmamaha. 6 conditions for the karma yoga. Here we should understand what is nishkama dharma anusthana means. We want to do for 4 qualifications. I don't need artha or kama. Already we are getting. We achieved that. After achieving that, up to deathbed, we are why unnecessarily working this artha kama. We should change our attitude of our life and prepare for mental peace or inner leisureliness. Therefore, we should change our attitude. Sakama dharma anusthana to nishkama dharma anusthana. Mayi sarvani karmani sanyasyadhyatma chetasa nirashir nirmamo bhutva yudhyasva vigatajvaraha. Adhyatma chetas yudhyasva vigatajvaraha sarvakarma sanyasaha ishvare sanyasaha nirashihi nirmamo bhutva. 6 conditions for action. 6 conditions for action. If you assimilate and contemplate this, you will see how much anxiety you are facing, how much insecurity you are facing. Then we will see. If you follow these things, every day is blessing day. Count your blessings. Not always murmuring, what is this, what is that, what is that. Don't say. Enjoy your life. Don't postpone your happiness. Don't postpone your happiness. Be happy always. Like, I don't know the language properly, but I am managing somehow with happily. If you understand or not, that is not a problem for me. If you appreciate or not appreciate, that is also not problem for me. What I know, I am sharing with you. Aho shastram, aho gurur, aho guruhu. Aho jnanam, aho sukham. Swami Vidyaranya says in Panchadashi, what a shastra, what a guru, what a knowledge, what a happiness. Like, aho shastram, aho gurur, aho guruhu, aho jnanam, aho sukham. With these words, I conclude lessons from our scriptures. I am very happy. All of you gave your good time to this talk. I pray for all of you have good intellect, good emotions, good speech, and good health, good actions, proper actions, and good relationships. Of course, good wealth, prosperity, and be happy always, and give happiness to everybody. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet, Asato Ma Satgamaya, Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Mritangamaya. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate, Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Sadgurunath Maharaj ki jai. Sanatana Dharma ki jai.
I must share something with you. When Swami Brahmavidananda ji and Swamini and all of us were sitting organizing this festival, we said we will reach out to the students of Swami Omkarananda and ask for a 5-minute tribute video. So Swamini got in touch with them and asked them for a 5-minute tribute video. After a week or so, they sent back this 20-minute video of his. We looked at it we looked at each other and we said, maybe this is a sign that he wants to keep his word, that he would like to speak at the Vedic Wisdom's 4th edition. And so we decided that not only will he speak at the Vedic Wisdom Festival, he'll be among our first speakers. So this is the tribute that we could pay to him. And what a wonderful way to start with so much of intense knowledge, especially on the Bhagavad Gita. And I'm sure all of you all know Tuesday, 14th December is the Bhagavad Gita Jayanti. And you can't have a better curtain raiser than this for that. So thank you, Swami Omkarananda. And we will always remember you very fondly for supporting the Vedic Wisdom Festival and the Arsha Vidya Foundation.